2026 looks to be full of fantastic video games, but how well are they going to do on Metacritic? Today, we're going to predict the scores of 15 different games and make it a competition. But can anyone take my crown from 2025? Let's discuss this and more on the Late Night Gamer podcast. Welcome back to the Late Night Gamer podcast. I'm your host, Welchy, and joining me tonight, as always, is Mr. Pop Figures himself, Andy.
Hello, guys. Happy to be back. And the answer to your question, Welchy, is yes, they can. I'm coming for your crown.
Oh, it can. And also joining us is our resident horror expert, Stephen.
That's twice now in the amount of episodes where we've done that. It can. It's a trend at the moment. Yeah, lovely to be back and hoping that I can also take your crown and win one of these gaming things that we did, because again, it wasn't a great year last year, if I remember rightly. So I hope
didn't
for bigger
lose.
things this year.
I think Jack lost. Actually, I've got the scores here. But anyway, let's introduce him first. The second best Mario Kart player I know, Jack.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me back. And yeah, hopefully get a little bit of a better score this time around.
Oh no, Stephen, you did lose.
Yeah.
Okay, I take it back.
I thought I did come last, to be fair.
Yeah, pretty heavily.
I think it was Pokemon that pushed Jack up, wasn't it?
Yes, you got bang on Pokemon. That's correct. Yeah.
I think at that stage I was kind of in there in third place, and then Pokemon just.
You had a bad
ruined me.
run with Dying Light and Mafia, both being way off.
Yeah.
What about Split
And
Fiction?
Split
Don't
Fiction.
get out
and
of
we
that.
Assassin's
don't
Creed. There's a few.
We don't talk about Split Fiction.
This year, it could all be different. So, to summarize for those that don't know, maybe new to the podcast, this time last year, we got together, had a selection of games. I can't remember how many we did last year. We got together and predicted their Metacritic score. So for those that don't know what Metacritic is, I think most people do, but it's an aggregation website which takes the reviews of loads of different review companies like IGN, GameSpot, Game Informer, blah, 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 and produces an aggregated score for that game. We then take that score against our prediction and give ourselves points based on how well we did. So as you can see on the right-hand side on the little screenshot thing there, if we get the score bang on the money, like Jack did on Pokemon Legends ZA, you get 5 points. If you're 1 point away, so if you predict an 87 and it gets an 88, you'll get 2 points. If you're 2 scores away, you get 1 point. There's then a gap where you get nothing when you're 3 away or 4 away. Then you go to minus points. So if you're 5 or 6 points away, it's -1. 7 to 9 points away, -2. If you're over 10 points away, it's -5 points. So hence why Jack and Stephen were on minus points last year, because they got a few positives, but too many negatives meant they were minus. And Andy and myself were on the positive side. I don't think actually we've got any negatives, Andy. Just to blow our own trumpet. Oh, Andy got a couple. Oh, so did I on Mafia. So I'm calling bullshit. But anyway, we did okay. This year,
Not better than Stephen and Jack.
yes, this year was no change to the rules. Everything's going to be as per last year. Obviously, what happened last year is some games got delayed, such as GTA 6, Fable, Marvel Rise of Hydra. Fuck me. Did we do Wolverine last year? I don't think we did. No, we didn't know about it, did we? It wasn't like an official.
Directive 8020 wasn't a one.
Directive 8020, yes, you're right. So we then added new games in to replace those last year. So I'm sure maybe like the halfway stage this year, we'll know of some delays, then we can come in and add some more like we did last year. But hopefully not too many delays, because all those ones that got delayed last year are here again. So we will see if they get pushed back again to 2027.
Marvel 1943, is that even happening, or like?
We was just talking. We was waiting for you, Stephen. We don't think that's a real game, to be honest. But it's still
but it's interesting that it's there.
Yeah, so
yes,
we have to consider it a real game.
Because we've had like that. Was it that one trailer?
One CGI trailer, yeah.
Yeah,
Which does not fill me with
I think that's been
confidence.
shelved. No.
So, pretty simple. I've sent the list around to the three of them yesterday after you reminded me. So you've had a day, I guess, to think of what scores you want to give each game. I did that today as well. So let's get straight into it. Let's start with Andy, the runner-up
Okay.
from last year. Well, the game we're going to start with is Resident Evil Requiem.
Okay. So obviously the Resident Evil games score quite highly. They usually do pretty well. I'm going on the higher end for this one. I quite like what I've seen so far from the trailers and whatever they've shown off. I'm going for 92%.
Wow, he's
I
going
think
high.
I'm
Oh,
going high.
Okay.
Taking the
Shit,
risk.
that's your score. You're not getting 92 points.
You put 92 points in S you want.
92.
I mean, that's bold. That is very
Yeah,
bold.
I think it's going to be on the higher end
I
of the
think
Resident Evil games with like number 4.
I think that'd be one of the highest rated Resident Evil games after like Resident Evil 4, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, potentially.
It's got
I
every
think
potential to do that.
I think
Yeah, I
7
think
and
it's going to be that level.
actually I won't say anything until everyone has given their scores. I don't want to influence anything.
Okay, interesting. Let's see what everyone else does. Stephen, what are you going to give this game?
So I do think it's going to go quite highly, and I think it's probably going to follow the mold of what scores we got from Resident Evil Biohazard and Village. I have gone with 87%. I think it's going to be in the high 80s. I just don't quite think it's going to hit that 90. If it does, brilliant. But the last time that happened was Resident Evil 4. We've not had a Resident Evil game hit 90, and I still regard Resident Evil 7 as like one of the best horror games I've ever played, and that didn't hit 90. So that's my reason why I just don't think Requiem will. Having said that, though, they're saying that it's the scariest game they've ever made. So if it lands, it could. But
Doesn't necessarily
feel
mean
like
it's a good game just because it's scary. That's the problem. They need to find the
Exactly.
right balance, which I think they have found recently. So I've got every confidence
Yeah.
they will.
I
But
love the
we'll see.
whole. It feels like it's delving way more into the psychological aspect that we got in 7. That all
Yeah.
of the fans we've been screaming since 7 to get that.
And part of Village.
Yeah, that moment in Village is still incredible, but that did lean more to action horror rather than
Yes,
the survival
definitely.
psychological aspect. So I think 87 is a safe banker. It's kind of in towards the higher end of 90, but not quite pushing that.
Jack, I'm not really familiar with your history. I don't think you're much of a Resident Evil guy. Is that right?
I played 4 and 5 pretty much.
Oh, you have
They're
played
like
4.
the only
Okay.
two I've touched.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's the only 2 I've done. But like Stephen said, I had to look through the scores.
Jack, we're
I
losing
don't
you.
know if
Is everyone
this
else
will
losing
break it.
Jack?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Try.
God.
No, you're back. You're
He's
back. Go
talking too
again.
fast.
Is it back?
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah, you're back.
Shit internet, but anyways. Where did I get up to?
You
We
played
did hear
Resident Evil
anyway,
4 and 5.
basically.
Yeah. That's
Yeah. And,
Oh,
and
no,
then you
yeah.
said like what I said.
Yeah, I was just saying what Steven said is where 1 to 4 are the only ones that's hit 90, and
Yeah.
I think it's gonna have to be something quite special for them to go over it. So I'm gonna give it 89. I did have it at bang on 90 at first, but yeah, I thought I'd take it down just 1 because I think it's not gonna crack it. I think it probably could be a game that is well worth cracking it, but I just think they won't give it to it purely because of what they hold 1 to 4 in.
Interesting. This leaves me in a pickle because I had 89 written down. I think this is going to be the best one other than 4. I think this is going to, and maybe this is just me being excited for a video game. But there's something about the way they're talking about this one. It feels like they're getting away from the action a bit. There'll still be action in there. Don't get me wrong. They had the trailer of Leon Kennedy coming back. It's hitting all the right notes so far. The only reason I don't want to go 89 anymore is because you've done it, Jack. I don't want to do the same. So I am going to
For the
go
content.
88.
Oh, you went down or up.
Yeah. I hope that doesn't bite me. By the way, any of these 4 scores is a great result for this game.
Oh yeah,
Um,
100%.
Obviously, they'd rather Andy's 92. But yeah, something's just telling
the other
me
thing-
it's going to be just shy of like, I would say a Resident Evil hitting 90s is like immortality kind of level. It's like it's the Resident Evil game now. It's like in that bracket of the one you
Yeah.
have to play, which I would say you have to play
Yeah.
7 anyway. But anyway, once you get to 90s, it's one of those games where it's like, oh, okay, I don't think I like
Yeah.
Resident Evil, but it's a 90. I've got to give it a go. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's one of those games.
absolutely.
Yeah.
For you, if it's like the first, like, I know you have played bits of Resident Evil, but like your first proper experience, if you were able to play the one that gets 92, like what a start.
Yeah.
Because like the other, I think Resident Evil 7 and 8 got like 85, 86.
Mm.
So they were kind of around that. And also they've had 5 years since Village in 2021. So they've
Yeah,
worked
they
on
did
it
have the
for-
remake of 4.
Yeah, but
in
that wouldn't have
23.
taken too many of them away from Requiem, surely.
It's a full
Potentially.
remake, but they had the basics there, so it's not like they had to draft
Yes.
up the story and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot wait for it. It's going to be. I'm buzzing. Like I've got the steelbook already pre-ordered, ready to go next to my steelbook of Village, and like, yeah, it's going to be one of those like Stove It comes out, evening lights off, and let's
It's
hope for a
only
really, really good
what,
game.
6 weeks away now. We're not far.
Sounds like
Yeah.
a romantic night.
What, the 27th it comes out? February?
Yeah,
Yeah, right at the end of Feb. Okay, the next game is a game I think we're all very excited about. We're all very excited about the next season of the TV show, at least.
Yes.
Invincible Versus, obviously announced last year at Xbox's game show in the summer, which was amazing announcement. All the trailers since then have been great. All the little characters they've shown off. They showed off Cecil fighting. I was like, oh my God, I didn't even think about that. Where do we think this one's going to land? Let's start with Steven.
okay. So I've looked at sort of fighting games here and there, and they do score well, but they don't tend to go like absolutely crazy. Obviously, there's going to be a lot there in Invincible for fans who love the show, but I'm thinking about it from a critical point, and that we've got nothing to sort of compare it to. So I've gone in with 75, which I still think is a decent score. I don't quite think it's going to get to like high 80s or even like pushing towards the 90s, because I think we're all really excited about it more because of how much we love Invincible.
Yes, yeah.
Not so much that like a fighting game could be amazing, but it's going to be a fighting game. Like there's not anything there for me that would make me go, wow, if I was a critic, oh, that's got to go into the high 80s, 90s. I could be completely wrong, but I just feel like it's going to be on the lower end of the scale.
Jack, what do you think?
I've got it at 72.
Ooh.
So,
Ooh,
yeah.
interesting.
So I think, like Steven said, it's a game we're excited for because we're excited for the show. But I think outside of that, it's probably not big enough of an IP to actually attract good enough reviews. And also, I
Yeah.
think it's going to be a slightly clunkier fighting game than you're probably hoping for. I think as well, due to it's probably had a lot of money chucked at it and been developed by obviously good people, but like compared to other fighting games that just have endless budget, I do think it is unfortunately going to fall down to the lower 70s. But I think for Invincible fans, it will still be a fun game.
Yeah. Babe, if you haven't worked out, I'm going to go in that kind of order, so that it would be me, then Andy, then in a circular rotation. I am going to go higher than you both, because
Oh, okay.
I believe this developer has made good fighting games in the past. I cannot remember for fucking life of me what the name of that fighting game is, but it's a well-respected one. Not like a Tekken or a Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, the big three, but enough. It's not like it's someone making their first game and it's going to be terrible.
Sure.
I am hoping for a 90, but I'm not writing that down. I'm going for 77.
I was going to say,
77 is my score. I think I could easily see this getting like 70 though, like bang on 70. Like,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
This is the risky one for me.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'm hoping Andy's gone crazy, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, you're about to find out.
What have you gone?
So I'm manifesting this. Like the TV show's great. I love it. I'm hoping they like recognize that and they want to put everything into this game to make it as good as like what the fans love about the TV show. So I have gone for a number that you just mentioned, Welchy. I have written down 90, and I'm going to go for it.
No way.
Yeah, I'm going for it.
No
I'm
way.
playing this differently.
Oh my God.
Have you like, hang on, let me just remember this. Have you gone into this year going, I'm just going to go absolutely fucking rogue on everything that I'm
Pretty
saying?
Yeah.
Hell,
I'm trying to be a lot more positive with my scores
Oh.
on this Metacritic game. So
A lot more
I've
positive.
written
That's
out.
fucking insane.
there's no way
Seriously.
that's getting 9. I would
No.
eat my hat if that does.
The only reason to be fair, I would have gone higher than you guys anyway, even if it wasn't 90. But who's the developer for this? Is it Quarter Up?
Yeah, I need to have a look.
So
That's
I
one
can't
bit of
remember.
research I didn't fucking do.
So when I was looking up earlier, if it was Quarter Up,
yeah.
then
Yeah,
they're
it's
obviously like a new company from like within Sky. Is it Skybound?
Yeah.
So they done a game called with Atom Eve, which got 78. So I think either way, they're going to make this like it'll be a 78 plus. And then I just want to manifest it being a good game, so I'm going for 90.
90. It's definitely going to be 78 plus, so I'm going for 90.
You know what?
TV is good.
I
They've
like
got
it. I like
material,
it.
they've got the characters. Like this can be such a fun fighting game. It can be different to all others we've got out there. I'm hoping and praying and manifesting this year.
See, take it from me, that didn't end well for me all during last year play. But you know, you never know. It might be. You tend to be getting quite lucky with stuff anyway, Andy. So it wouldn't surprise me just because you picked that number that it gets 90%.
Well, it wouldn't be down to luck, it'd be down to the skill of the talent making the game.
Okay.
Wow, we
It's
have
the
our
team
first
behind who did the free Killer Instinct game that came out when
Killer
Xbox released.
Instinct.
The free
Okay.
one.
Yeah, that's one of those games where the fans that play that game love it with a passion,
Yeah.
but that's a small group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not.
If we were going off like an audience score, then yeah, I would go way higher than that 75. But it's because it's the critic side.
Andy, that's either
I
a
just
genius
can't-
move or a crazy move. This is the first
Yeah.
out there prediction.
I know.
I'm glad
Yeah,
there's
we're
Well, you
one.
only
don't
2
have to
ones
wait long to
in.
find out. It's only in April. So
Yeah, if it doesn't get delayed.
Yeah.
yeah.
Which is one I think could. Okay, moving on to Pragmata. We're going quite slow here. We actually have to speed up a bit to do all 15. Pragmata, Jack.
So I've put it at 85. I think the trailers I've seen from it so far look pretty good. I think the gameplay looks actually really smooth.
Yeah.
I think the story will be one that's going to tug on a couple people's heartstrings, and I think that will end up pushing it up to quite a high score. But yeah, it's Capcom. They don't really, well, I can't speak on every single game they've released, but most of their games seem
Recent
to
history has been very good for
do
Capcom.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially like their big AAA ones
Yeah.
that are getting put out by them. So yeah, I think 85 hopefully will be a good score for that.
It'd be a very good score. I am going slightly under 83. There's when I was looking at the trailer, it looks like there's this like hacking mechanic where it feels like almost you have to do it on every enemy. That's from what I can tell. Almost every enemy you have to hack them before you could do enough damage to them. My one concern is I can find that getting repetitive if it's not extremely intuitive, like if it's like really easy to do. That's my main concern at the minute. But other than that, I'm actually pretty excited about this game.
Could be a solid year for Capcom having Resident Evil, Requiem, and Pragmata in the same year. If they both hit
within months as well, right?
Yeah.
February, March.
And that's just the first
That
half
was
of the year.
April.
Depends what they do in this April. Maybe they'll just skip the next half after because of GTA. Andy, what score are you going for?
I've gone pretty similar to you two, but slightly higher. I've gone for 86.
86.
Based off the same reasons that you've both sort of highlighted. Capcom, their recent games have scored well. I think either way it's going to be sort of within 80 to 90 mark. So hopefully.
And Stephen?
I'm going for 98. No, I'm not. I'm joking. No, I'm pretty much aligned with all of what you guys are saying. I put down 84.
84.
And
Okay.
I think we're all pretty much aligned. Everything that you've all said kind of
Yeah.
rings true. And to be fair, I actually also share your concern. But I also think that the emotional tug of the game, as I'm playing Life is Strange at the moment, that's making like a massive difference. And I feel like Pragmata won't get to that sort of level, but little things like that will resonate with fans, and critics love any kind of stuff like that in the game. So I think that will be a huge bonus for them.
That's the first one where we've gone 83, 84, 85, 86.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're all going to lose massively, or
Yeah.
we're all going to be like, okay. Speaking of okay, 007 First Light. No, I'm joking. It could be a good game.
Oh.
We're going to start with, who do we start with in that one? Jack. So, it's me. This is a very interesting one. I don't know why I'm feeling so down on this game.
I've changed this one so many times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is one of the hardest ones for me because I can see it being the next best thing. This, like the next Uncharted as such, or I could see it being just your average James Bond game. I don't know where it's going to go.
I'm praying as I've got this on my, on my
You've got it on
draft.
your offensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm praying for a good score here.
Well, if it gets the score I'm predicting, you'll be relatively happy. I'm going 81.
Okay.
Okay.
I think it will get some 10s from some outlets. I think it'll get quite a few 9s, mostly 8s and 7s is where I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot of 8s. I can see it just being that kind of game. It's like, yeah, it's great, but it's nothing to
Yeah.
drop everything and play.
Nothing new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 81, I'm pretty happy with that. Oh, sorry, I skipped Saros. We'll go back to Saros in a minute. But yeah, that's what I think of this one. Andy?
So, again, obviously, could go either way with this game. I think it's big risk. It's probably the biggest risk on my list. I just have a bad feeling about this game at the moment. I've gone 74.
Oh, Andy's bringing out the guns today. Hang on. You said this was your biggest risk after putting 90 on him into
Well-
versus.
Well, like, I mean, biggest risk in terms of like 007. Like, this game could be really good and score like
Yeah.
mid 80s sort of thing. I just have a bad feeling. I don't know why, but I want it to be good. I want to enjoy it. But yeah.
No, I echo that, but I'm obviously expected to be better than what you think. Stephen,
I kept changing this.
you got to
like,
back your own game
like,
up, Stephen.
Yeah, I kept
Yeah,
going.
you chose this game in your draft.
I
This
know,
was an 85 plus.
Well, I thought that, but then I was like, as you rightly said, even if I got like an 80 score, I'd be relatively happy with that because I just can't quite work out. Like, it could hit like Hitman, and they got high 80s because it's the same developer. But my fear is there's a lot of darker aspects in Hitman and stealth, and James Bond's the complete opposite to that. And although it's got a PEGI 16, are they going to make it like really corny, or are they going to put it in like the middle? So like critics going to be like, well, this is just a cheesy family game, or is it going to have a bit of depth and emotion? Like, it's these kind of questions that I just am constantly changing in my mind. So I'm going to just play it really safe and go 80.
80.
I think for me, anything 80 and above, I'd be satisfied. But my fear is I could see it getting a 70 or a 74.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I'm right now. It's so difficult to tell. I am happy that it's been delayed. I think those extra months of polishing will certainly work in my favour, not just for this, but in the fantasy league as well. But again, it's probably the most challenging one out of all of the ones on the list to predict.
And finally, Jack.
So I'm gonna go for 78.
Interesting. I've gone higher. Fuck.
I think the highest I had it on my list at one point was 85 because I was thinking it could really be a good game. Because how long has it been since a James Bond game?
I don't know. I liked Quantum of
Was
Solace.
the last one?
Yeah.
I liked Bloodstone, and I want to say GoldenEye Reloaded was like the last one I played where they remastered
it.
the original GoldenEye.
Yeah.
I don't think we've had one for about a decade.
Yeah, exactly. It's been years, so I was thinking it could score really high just off that basis. I think everything I've seen from it has been really good. It's just, what do people want from a James Bond game? It's like, would they prefer it to actually follow the movie stories more closely than what this is going for? But I think 70 would be a good score because it would just be, it's a pretty good James Bond game.
Yeah, I don't know if that's enough. Like at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what score it gets, as they sell enough copies. That's what they care about.
Yeah,
and I think they will just naturally. But I think it would be a disappointment at that score, personally.
Yeah. Do you know what is really nice to hear? That I think Welchy was like the first person I've heard that said that they really enjoyed that Quantum of Solace game because it got a lot of hate, and I actually
Quantum of
really
Solace
enjoyed it when
Quantum
I
Solace was
played it.
really good.
I
Yeah.
think
Oh,
multiplayer was so
multiplayer,
good.
we played fucking loads of that, didn't we?
That was so good, bro.
I never actually touched that, but the consensus when I've spoken to people in the past, they were all like, "What a crock of shit that was." And I was like, "No, it's a lovely game."
That game was
It's a great
amazing.
Yeah.
Onto a PlayStation exclusive, Saros. Obviously, the developers Housemarque, who made Returnal. They also made, what's that game from the launch of PS4? Resogun. And other games, of course. This one, Andy, you can go first.
Yeah, so I've sort of chosen my score based off Returnal. Obviously, that scored quite well. I think 85, 86. So I'm going to score it similar to that because from what seen so far of it, it does look pretty sort of similar, I guess. So I've gone for 87%. Playing it safe on this one. No big risks.
You've done enough. Stephen.
Yeah.
I've gone pretty much the same, but just slightly higher at 88. I think that it's going to just do a little bit better than Returnal, but it's going to be around that sort of same 86, 87, 88%. I think that maybe because graphically it's going to be enhanced from what we got from Returnal, and they were pushing the boundaries of what they could do in 2021. And I think that, from a critic's perspective, will get it higher. I mean, I did contemplate giving this a 90 if it hits, but I don't feel bold enough or brave enough to take that gamble right now. But still, if 88 would be a great score if they got that.
Jack, what do you think?
I've gone for 82.
Ooh.
I think,
Ooh.
like everyone else, I had a look at Returnal, saw it was 85, and I think it wasn't. I can't even say that any research has gone into it. I just thought I'd take a swing on just people seeing this game. I watched a bit of gameplay of it, but and being like comparing it to Returnal and being like, oh, but I slightly preferred that. So I think I've gone for the lower score on that instead of people thinking it's the.
So you think it's going to go the other way, like on
doing
the
it for
C score?
content?
Yeah.
Andy's fucking 90 for Invincible's content.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear his GTA score.
I'm going to keep bringing out.
No, actually, I think
crazier.
I think that's a really actually smart idea because it could be that seesaw effect. It could either be slightly better than Returnal or slightly worse, and if it's slightly worse, it will lean more towards your score. So, like, I can totally see the rationale behind making that decision.
Fingers crossed.
I have gone 86. So.
Oh, the same. Well,
yeah.
Did Returnal get 86?
I think it was 86, 85. I'm not expecting.
Yeah, I think it was 85.
Massive change. I can see everyone's arguments. It's another tough one. I think the mystery of Returnal, like the story, was really cool. Even though I never finished it, but the idea of it was fantastic. I don't really know fully what they're doing with Saros yet in terms of story. I think that's like what Jack says. People are going to be like, okay, but they're missing that kind of mystery. Unless there is another one. Like, I'm sure it's going to be great, but I don't know. I wasn't willing to go much higher or much lower, so I just stuck in the middle.
Yeah. It's one of two like PlayStation exclusives that we know coming out at this moment. So there's a lot riding on it.
More than two. Only
I don't
because
think we get more than two. Yeah.
So
it's big for PlayStation. So they will be hoping that it delivers and gets those higher 80s, even hitting the 90s. That'll probably be the dream for Housemarque, because when I did my research, they've not had a game hit that yet. So they're probably hoping that this is the one that takes
they're
it.
Great developer.
I don't think it's going to get it out. Yeah, they are.
Before we go to our intermission, we'll do one more. We'll do GTA 6. So before we do it, I'm going to remind you of your scores from last year, your predictions from last year. And you can tell me whether you're sticking or twisting. So obviously we're going with Stephen first. Stephen, you predicted for GTA 6 last year 98. Are you sticking with that? Or are you twisting?
I am sticking with that. Yeah.
98.
I wrote down, I forgot what score I gave it last year, to be fair. And in my notes, I gave it 98. Yeah. This is either going to be, if it does come out, 96, 97, 98. There was a little part of me thinking, do I go really bold and give it the big 100 score?
Nah, never.
But I thought it would have to be perfect. And even if, I don't know, the online has a little bit of an issue like it did in GTA 5, like to get 100% from a critic will be nuts.
I don't think we're getting online this year,
consistent.
by the way. So
No, I don't think we're getting that
The
either.
reviews
To be
won't even
fair.
take that into
But-
account.
But I just think that, like, I think 98 would still be the highest score that a GTA title has got, or even unless I have another game that's sitting at 98. I didn't go into full, but you're looking at least 95 plus. It's just what one you want to pick.
Jack, you went with 98. Are you going to stick or twist?
I've also got 98 on my list again, so I guess so. Yeah, after looking at, I think GTA 5 was a 97, GTA 4 was a 98, and in my head I was like, I think it's gonna have a better story and gameplay
Yeah.
than GTA 5, but I'm not sure if they'll go above 98. So I think that's a good bet.
At that point,
Out
it's
of
almost
pure-
impossible to get. Like, you have to get so many 10s out of 10s and like nothing else. Like, you have to get like a couple of 9s or something to get 99.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, did anyone remember what Red Dead 2 got? Like as a critic, was that
It's
98?
got to be 96 or something. 97.
Because I mean, Red Dead 2 at the time, for what they did and what the story and how engaged it was, like that was
97.
pushing on perfection. So I mean, Red Dead Redemption 2 got 97, and you could argue that would be, like, some people would even argue that should be 99, and that only got 97. So it shows you how difficult it is to get.
The game's
For
too
that.
boring to play. In my mind. Great story.
I love that game.
Yeah, I
last
love it.
year went 95.
Ooh,
You're twisting.
I am twisting
Of course you are.
to 96. Why not?
okay.
Yeah. No particular reason. I just think it's 95 just sounded so low when I looked at it. I was like, that really went that low?
Do you remember your rationale why you went that low
No,
last year? Or
just
no?
saying low. It's fucking. It'll be the highest rated game of the
I mean,
year. But
Yeah.
I just thought I'll go up one more just in case.
I mean, also when you say about it, GTA 4 getting 98. If GTA 4 getting 98, there is no way GTA 6 is getting a 95. And I love GTA 4, but like, do you know what I mean? You know, they give that game so
Yeah.
high.
The thing
It
is,
makes sense to
with our
up it.
predictions here, none of us are going to get negative points here.
No.
Well, we shouldn't. Negative points
Oh,
is
imagine.
-5. If you have to be 5 away, it has to be a 93 for you two to get a minus score here.
Rockstar will be devastated with
I
that.
don't think it's going to be less than 95.
I know,
I think
that's
95 would be the minimum.
I'd have to get 91, which I really don't think would happen. So it's almost like I'm hedging my bets there, thinking if I go 96, I'm at least getting 0.
Yeah.
True.
I'm tell you, if that were to happen, it would go down as like the biggest like
It's
fail.
insane though,
Like,
because
actually,
if another game gets 91, it's like, oh my god, it's amazing. But GTA
I know,
6 gets
but when-
91, you're
Yeah.
like, oh, it's not that good. It's like,
Mm.
when
pardon?
you've spent like 2 billion, and with everything
Yeah.
you've done in the past, it would be, even though critically it wouldn't be bad, like, because it's like 91, Rockstar would be 10 in their graves, and they're not even dead yet. But that's how bad it would be.
Andy, last year you went with 97.
Oh, please
Twisting.
go 100.
You're twisting.
I'm twisting. I'm going for, because Rockstar have obviously made it clear they're not going to release this game until it's polished down to whatever, the finer details in someone's shoes. I'm going for 99.
You are a psychopath.
You're
in
on
this
it tonight,
episode.
Andy.
What? Yeah. 99.
That's a
Do you
risky
honestly
move.
generally believe it will get that? Or are you
Yeah.
doing it because you would be bold?
No, I think it could hit 99. Why not? If the others got 98, 97, like, could easily get 99, because this is going to be probably the best GTA game of all time. So
I am going to try
they've got better.
my utmost
technology.
hardest for this podcast to grow to a size where we get called a publication where we can review games, and I'm going to review it a 1 just so you get yours.
I'll get it banned.
No, I mean, it's brave because, like I said, your banding now is 94, which is possible for this game. Let's be honest. I don't think it's going to happen,
Yeah.
but 94 then starts sounding like it could, and you'd get a -1. It's only -1. It's not like getting -5.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
If it gets 99, I get 5 points. You know what I
you
mean?
do. And I'm the
Actually, if
one-
it actually got 100, to be fair.
I think one game has, and I think it's one of the Legends of Zeldas,
Yeah, Zelda.
but it's just unheard of. You have to, like you said,
This-
be perfect. But anyway, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we are going to be moving on to Fable. Okay, welcome back to the Late Night Gamer podcast. We have done 6 of our Metacritic predictions so far. We definitely need to speed up a little bit if we want to get to the hour mark. We're moving on now to the 7th game, Fable. This is another one we did last year, so I'm going to tell you your score, see if you're going to stick or twist. Again, well, we know this is coming this year, or it should be coming this year, because next week or in 2 weeks' time, I think it's next week actually, the end of next week, we're getting the Xbox developers, whatever they call it, direct showcase.
The showcase, yeah.
Where the developers sit down, literally get like 15 to 20 minutes each, just to talk about what their game's about. So we're going to get the biggest Fable, kind of
update
we've had, as well as Forza Horizon, which we'll go on to later, and the new game from Game Freak. There's also been heavy rumors that there's a 4th game that they're hiding, and I'm praying to fuck it's Gears of War Day, because when I didn't see Gears on there, I was like, uh-oh. Anyway, that's not what this is about. This is about Fable. Who went first? I think you went first, Stephen, on that one.
I went first last time,
Jack, you...
I've gone for... Oh, no, wait, yeah, last one.
Well, tell me what it is, and then I'll tell you. Then it'd be interesting to see.
No, tell me that one first, just in case.
Fable, you went 83.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna change it. I've gone for 80 this time round.
Oh, okay.
So I've gone slightly lower. I think it's still gonna be a good game.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can't remember which Fable it was. It was like when I first started playing Xbox, I quickly tried it, but I know Fable 2 is the highest rated one at 89. And I don't know, just everything. It's been delayed a couple of times, and there hasn't been much gameplay at all shown.
This got announced years ago.
Yeah, so I'm thinking it's probably not going to capture that high level that those games did, but I still think it's going to be good.
I went for 85 last year. Fuck me, that's high. I am coming down as well, but not as far down as you, Jack. I'm going to 83. So I'll take your 83 from last year and nick that one off you. No particular reason. I do think the reason for the delays, they say it's polished, but I reckon they're not truly happy with it. We'll see next week.
Yeah.
Maybe they are. Maybe it has just been polished all this time. I think it's going to have some humor in it, but I just think it's going to miss that. There's going to be a lot of critics going into it, remembering the Fable 2 in 3 days, and be like, it's not quite that.
Yeah.
Is my guess. Not to put you two off your net score. Andy, you went 84 last year.
Oh, that's interesting, because that's what I've chosen again.
Cool.
So, yeah. Obviously, with the delays, you never know whether it's them not being happy with it or polishing. Or I always think delays are a good thing either way, because it's them knowing what they want from a game.
Yeah.
So I do think, obviously, like Jack said, Fable 2 was the highest. Fable 1 scored quite well as well. I think that was like mid-80s, and then Fable 3 hit their 80 mark. I think this is going to be better than Fable 3, so that's why I've gone higher with 84.
And Stephen, what do you think?
Did I split?
I'm sorry, yeah. You went 82. You were the lowest last year.
Oh. Okay, I would like a twist, please. I'm going to go slightly higher at 85.
Oh, the highest on the list. You've gone from lowest to highest.
Yeah, I just got this feeling that it's going to kind of resonate with critics, and I know that they're being all scattered a little bit in terms of the fact that it sounds like they're maybe not be too happy with it, but that extra time with polishing, and whilst I don't think it's going to hit the heights of the scores that, like as you mentioned, Jack, only with Fable 2 and 3 and kind of that, I still think like people are going to enjoy having a Fable game to play, sort of for the new Xbox. Is that coming to PlayStation as well, Fable?
Not day one, unless they announce it next week that they've changed that.
There's been rumours last few days that Fable's coming to PlayStation day one.
Could be that. Could be what they're going to announce next week.
Yeah,
I'd be interested in the reaction to that because only because it was announced as an exclusive years ago. Obviously, Xbox has changed a lot in 5 years, however long it's been. I think it's been 6 now. Yeah, I think if
And that
they
could-
announced Gears of War E-Day was coming to PlayStation straight away, everyone would be like, okay, you've kind of been hinting towards that. Fable
Yeah.
feels a bit different.
It'd be crazy to have an Xbox event and their big reveal be like, "We're coming to PlayStation."
Yeah, true, true. They might not
Would
show
it-
it next week, but you know what I mean.
But would it surprise you? Absolutely not
No.
with the things that
No, to be
Microsoft have done.
honest.
And I actually
Stage
think
goes
that
blue. Just
Playbox, the
Herman
brand
Hulse
new
walks out.
service.
Loads
but
of blue
I-
balloons falls down blue sparklers.
I do actually think though that could also work in favour from a critic perspective if it does get a PlayStation release around the same time. Even if it doesn't, I still think 85 is safe and solid, and yeah, I think it will do all right.
Well, it's still free to bid on in the Fantasy Critics League, Stephen, if you think
interesting,
it's going to
yeah.
score so well.
I'm not. Yeah, when I say I'm confident, I'm not that confident to put a bid on,
It's
but
a
I
good
think it
point,
will
though.
do well.
It's a good point. We've all gone 80 plus,
Yeah, I know.
and no one's bid for it.
Well,
So we're not
Well,
that
I think
confident, are we?
There's just that thing in the bottom of my stomach going, you might be slightly off. But even say, for example, it's like 77. Like if I
Actually-
took like a -2 or 3.
At this logic, Stephen, you've given First Light on your list an 80,
Yeah.
but Fable an 85. You
Yeah.
see, the logic isn't working. Anyway, this is
It
a
isn't
different
working
podcast.
out. Yeah.
Directive 80/20, another one we did last year. I keep forgetting who went first that time. Jack went first, so it's asked Mark back to me. I went with 78. This year, I'm upping that score.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
Again, I've done the opposite to what I've done in Fable. I think this one they have taken the time to polish, I hope. I reminded myself how much I love The Quarry, how much I love Until Dawn. This is another bigger scale one, unlike the anthology series, which I wasn't as keen on.
Mhm.
I have gone with 80.
Okay.
Fine.
Andy.
I've
Oh,
got,
sorry.
well,
you
what
went,
did I go last?
Yeah, you went with 76. You was the lowest last year.
Well, I'm twisting and I'm going even lower.
Oh,
Because I'm getting bad vibes. I don't know why. I'm going 74%.
74.
Ooh.
You're a harsh one. You're a
Interesting.
harsh one.
Well, I gave you Invincible 90. Come on. And GTA 99.
Stephen.
This guy's mad. Yeah, what did I give it? I
Sorry,
feel
yeah,
like
I
I
keep
went quite high
forgetting to
last.
82. You and Jack did 82, so we know for next time for Jack.
Okay. So I will twist, but I'm going to go a very slight twist because I wrote down in my notes 83.
83.
So, and again, I'm just going off the basis of that they've had more time to polish.
Yep.
As I said, I literally, your thought process is exactly the same as mine. Loved The Quarry, loved Until Dawn. The Dark Pitched anthology, like with any anthology, some
Some hit,
aspects
some
of it
don't,
were better than others. I think my favourite one was how they made like an action-packed Ashley Tisdale moment turn into full-blown horror, and I still can't quite work out what happened in that sequence. But there were other moments in that game where I was like, oh, this is a bit on the dull side. But I don't think that that's a developer thing. I think you get that with all anthologies.
Yeah.
Some stories will always be better than others. This is going to be a bigger scale. And I just think that they are very good at telling immersive stories. You know what you're getting with it. I don't think it's going to like break the internet and kind of go into the higher 80s and 90s, but I think 83 would be a solid score if they were to get that.
And Jack? You went 82.
So, yeah, I'm dropping it big. I'm gonna go for 72.
Oh, lower than me. Jesus Christ.
Whoa.
After rewatching stuff, until like you said, Until Dawn and that are great, but that anthology series has got a couple of low scores, or
Yeah.
quite a lot of low scores, and I just think I don't know. There's stuff I've watched on trade. They're not my type of games anyway, but the stuff I've seen for trailers just hasn't really sold me. So I did go low. I'm actually surprised I went that high last time, considering how I saw it this time. But yeah, 72.
We're just over halfway now. As I keep saying, we need to speed up. Anyway, at the bottom you can see the totals so far, which gives a rough idea of who's harsh and who's not. The lowest total at the moment is Jack. Then, by some way, and then me, and then Stephen, then Andy. I think your 90 and 99 has taken you very high.
Yeah.
Because
like
you've
that
also had
first.
two very low
Let's
ones
go.
there. So
Yeah,
Um,
true.
okay, I think
I'm
this is
basically
the
winning this
last one that we did last year. Marvel 1943, Rise of Hydra. Let's ignore the
Oh,
fact that this
God.
game isn't going to come out.
It doesn't even exist.
Andy, you went 82 last year. Are you sticking with that?
No, I'm going to twist. It's so hard with this game because we haven't seen anything,
Yeah,
and
this is
like
the
we
hard
literally
one.
know nothing about it. So like I feel like any score you give it is just like a random stab in the dark. I'm going to give it 77%.
77. Trying to get that score lower. Stephen,
What did I do?
sorry, yeah, fuck me. 84.
Oh, okay, we are twisting. We're going lower on that. That's bloody high. 84 last year. What was I smoking? I will take it down to 80 please. But the caveat to that is that we're not getting this game, so I don't think it matters too much, basically.
Yeah,
And I think if we do, it's going to be sort of what you would expect.
great,
But we
not
need to
great,
see
great.
more. Yeah.
Jack, me and you both went 80. Where are you going?
I'm going to drop it a couple lower. One higher than Andy. Going to go 78.
78.
If this game ever comes out.
I am sticking with 80.
Okay.
I had it written down. I didn't even realize I'd done that. Yeah, I have no idea where this game's
Sort of the
going.
safe mark.
Yeah.
Yeah. They could show like something in like a couple of weeks and we'd be like, oh my God, that's amazing. I wish I gave it like 85 or something.
Or it
But
could be.
we don't know.
This is a relatively
that
safe
way.
one because it ain't coming out. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You won't have to worry about this being
Yeah.
a risk. No way. Again, I'll eat my hat if it does. Imagine like tomorrow, new trailer coming in
Yeah.
June of 2026.
I imagine they were probably looking at November and now they're like, nah, let's just go another year.
Yeah, fuck that.
Gears E-Day, and the game that's not guaranteed to come out, but hopefully next week we get that surprise announcement. Who went first last? I keep losing track now. It was Andy went first, didn't you? Yes.
Yes, I did.
So, Stephen, what are you putting for Gears E-Day?
I'm going to go with 87%.
Woo!
Gears of War
I
E-Day.
fucking hope so.
I do think that it's going to hit much better than Gears of War Reloaded. Obviously, it's a completely new entry.
Yeah.
And if you look at the separate titles like Gears 1, 2, and 3, they all have really respectful scores.
Gears
And
2
I
was
just
90
think
plus.
that, yeah, I don't think it's going to quite get that because I feel like the Gears, even though I've only played the trilogy, from what I've heard and from people that I've spoken to, that they have got progressively worse, but not by like a massive way. They just, that original trilogy is looked at as sort of the peak. I have heard, is it Judgment, Gears of War Judgment? I heard was
Yeah, we
apparently
don't
really
talk about
good.
that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's not good.
Right. I know there was one recent Gears of War game that people were really happy with, and I just feel like that they know what they're doing, Microsoft. We hope, and I feel like it's a decent stab at the dark. It could. This is one of those where I was sitting there thinking, this could be like a 70 rated game, but I'm gonna go with the more higher end.
Well, I don't think you can be 70 rated. That's a bit harsh.
Jack.
It can.
I'm
My
going to go
fellow
for
Gears head.
88.
88.
Yeah, the first three were all 90 plus.
Mm.
I think the 4 and 5 were maybe mid 80s, low 80s. I think it's going to do better than that because it's going back to that original story.
Yeah.
It's the same
yeah,
developer as 4
I
and
don't
5,
think it'll
though.
crack 90.
It's Coalition
but
still.
Yeah, but they've still got original people from Gears in there, I think.
Maybe a
So
couple
I'll
left.
take that.
The
ginger guy, I think.
Rod Ferguson's gone, if that's who you mean.
Oh, has he gone?
He went years ago. He's Diablo now.
Oh, God.
He did Diablo 4. I am going 84, which is a good score. Not as quite as high as you guys. I think going back is going to be good for them. Going back to the original story. I think if they, it's a risk because I think if they nail what I think they're going to do with the story and go into Maria and her health problems, mental health problems, if they nail this could be massive.
Yeah.
I just don't think Coalition are going to nail it. That's my worry. They fucked up a good situation with 5 by giving you a choice ending. It was the wrong move.
Yeah.
Hopefully they've learned from that. But yeah, they do a good job with Gears. They don't do a great job with Gears. So I'm
No.
not going to go as high, but I hope I'm wrong. Andy?
I've gone slightly higher than you. I've gone for 86%,
86.
just based on how well the recent sort of games have done. I think there is a lot more hype around this one. People are obviously excited for it, like reasons you guys have stated. So yeah, I think around mid-80s is a safe sort of bet.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to the final PlayStation exclusive of the year, Marvel's Wolverine. Jack, your turn to go first.
I've gone for 90.
Oh,
I think
I fucking hope
I
so,
think
Jack.
I think so
I
Spider-Man,
really hope so.
Miles Morales and Spider-Man 2. I think Spider-Man 2 was the only one that cracked 90.
Did it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it got
Spider-Man 2 got
91.
90.
I think it
Fuck.
got 91 or 92. So I was thinking about that. And I was at first I kept putting it like 87, 88, but the more and more I think about it, I think it's just going to be a ridiculous game because it's been a while since Wolverine's had a game, and they've proved with Spider-Man that they know how to make a superhero game. So I think 90. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, Spider-Man 2 got 90. Fucking fair play. Did not realize that. Okay. Wow.
He's changed his score now.
No, I haven't. I've
Crosses out 72.
No, I don't have as much faith in this game. I still am scarred by the leaks that I saw of this, and it looked like Spider-Man with a Wolverine skin, and I was like, that's just not what I want from this game. Then they showed the trailer at the new reveal, and I was like, okay, that looks better, but I'm still not ready to fully commit to this being the next big thing. I don't think it's going to reach the heights of Spider-Man. Well, saying that, I'm going high at 86. It's not like it's a bad score. And I think 86 is fantastic for them. But I hope I'm wrong, and I hope it gets to the heights of Spider-Man 2, because I fucking love Spider-Man 2. Andy, what have you gone?
I've gone in between both of you, just slightly lower than Jack. I've gone for 89. Yeah, I was impressed by the trailer that we got. Like Jack said, they know how to make superheroes games. Spider-Man's obviously a very good game, and yeah, I just think they're going to nail it. Like, I think they want to bounce back from everything that's happened. They want to put a strong statement out there and release a top quality game. So yeah, 89%.
Insomniac are always considered, like, with Sony, you've got Sony Santa Monica, the God of War developers, and Naughty Dog. They're like the A-listers of Sony. And then you've got the ones just underneath. And I think Insomniac they've been so close to reaching them. This could be it. Who knows? I think they're also desperate for a game of the year, but releasing it the same year as GTA is insane. Stephen, I've got a feeling you're going to go high on this one.
Number one pick draft, 95%.
So this was my number one pick on the draft, and Insomniac for me, I kind of hold them in sort of the esteem of storytelling. Like, you've got like Rockstar and Naughty Dog at the very, very top, and then Insomniac kind of sits probably in the bronze medal for me. Not only have they done the Spider-Man games, but you look at Ratchet and Clank, like their library is incredible. I have gone high, 92%.
Oh, fucking hope so.
There are a number of reasons why, but the fact that this is going to be their first, I'm pretty confident this is going to be a Peggy 18, like, brutal Wolverine game. I think it's going to be Insomniac's stab at a really mature game. I mean, I know the Spider-Man games are Peggy 16, but this is going to be brutal and bloody, and I feel like they're going to nail that story-driven aspect. It kind of reminds me of, I don't know if any of you played it, the PS2, PSP Wolverine. That was like really graphic. It kind of was on par with like the Deadpool video game.
Is that the Origins
and
one?
I thought, yeah, X-Men Origins Wolverine. It was weird. On like one of the PlayStation games, it was like a kids game, and then there was another one that was like super violent. And I remember playing it thinking, I'd love to be able to just throw my claw through someone's head or chop someone's head off, and that was the game that it was given. I feel like Insomniac are going to do that, but are going to immerse it with a really mature adult story. And I just think, like, with how they utilize the DualSense, the location, the graphics, for me, if GTA 6 wasn't coming out, and we still don't know whether it is this year, this would be my game of the year contender. I think the only reason it's going to stop that is because of GTA 6 if it does launch. Insomniac need it, Sony need it. I just can't see this fucking up.
Interesting.
He says, hopefully. if that hits at 92, I am going to be on cloud fucking nine.
Yeah,
For
you're
two
gonna have a great
reasons.
year.
One, because of how amazing I love all of the Insomniac games, played them all, completed them all, and you kind of feel sad when you get to the end of it. But for my fantasy league, that will be beautiful.
You mentioned a game of the year contender. I think the next one, if GTA 6 wasn't here, would be up there.
Yes.
Forza Horizon 6. I think it's my turn to go first. I am going 91. I am expecting
Very
this
high.
to be very good. People have been asking for Japan. They're getting what they've been asking for. I trust this develop. Next week they're going to show it off and it'll look like a pile of shit. It won't. But no, my luck. I think all they've got to do is make 5 again. But in Japan, I don't think they can really go wrong here. So
No.
91. Andy?
So Forza 5 scored 92. I think it's going to be higher. I've gone for 93%.
Oh, I like
That's
it.
what
I like
It's
it.
It's my number one draft pick. I've got to back it. I've got to manifest it again. Yeah, I'm going high. Like you say, Forza 5, Forza 4, like they know what they're doing with their racing games.
Yeah.
So they just need to keep doing what they've done before and not change and try and do anything drastic. So as long as they do that, it'll score above 90.
Stephen?
So obviously I've come in with Wolverine at 92. I also think Forza Horizon 6 is going to hit 92 as well. I think it's going to, for different reasons. Again, like unless they completely botcher it, just again do what you did in 5 in a great location. The last 2 have been 91, 92. I was sitting there thinking, would it go higher? But I don't see a world where Forza Horizon 6 gets a higher score than Wolverine. I feel like they're going to have sort of similar scores, or one's going to be slightly higher than the other. I can't actually work out which one that's going to be, so I will just pick the same, and I hope I'm in and around sort of the high 90s. I'm hoping that this comes to PlayStation this year, but I've got a hunch we're going to get it next year for PlayStation.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we'll
Personally, I
find
think,
out soon.
yeah.
Jack finishes off of Forza.
I am going to be boring, mainly because
Hey.
I had it written down as well. But I'm the same as Andy. I'm going to go 93.
Oh,
Okay.
I played a lot of number 5 on Steam Deck. I thought it was a great game, and I think just it being in Japan is just going to take it that 1 point better. It should realistically be the same game, and everything's better in Japan. So
fair enough.
It's mad as out. With those 2 scores, me and Andy's like total is now completely level.
Yes. Yeah.
Really? Okay.
1031.
Marvel Token Fighting Souls. Andy, what are you predicting?
This one's, I feel like a risky one. Like in terms
Fighting
of, I
game,
don't know
Andy.
what
You
to
love
pick.
fighting games. Go 90.
Well, yeah, I know. I was thinking I gave Invincible 90, but that's because of my pure love for Invincible. Whereas like Marvel were trying to get their fingers in like so many different things.
you have to realistically give it a higher score than Invincible.
That's what she said.
No,
Yeah.
it's not. This is getting lower than Invincible. I think it's going to be. It's not the fighting game that I want to play this year, so I'm giving it an 81.
Okay.
I think that's I think that's a safe play.
I can't believe we've got a world where Marvin Token gets 81 and then you get Invincible version fucking 90.
Invincible's a good game, mate.
Stephen.
I am going slightly high, but not too much. I'm not too far away from Andy's sort of prediction. 83 for me. I think that it's going to be the fighting game that does slightly better than Invincible versus, but just because I think that the gameplay might be slightly better. Where, like for me, I don't tend to like fighting games, but I'm loving Invincible versus because of my love for Invincible, but not because of fighting. If I was going to play a fighting game up too, I'd probably lean more towards Marvel Token, and I feel like the critics will as well, but still a decent score.
Jack.
I'm going to give it an 80. I just struggle with this one because I feel like it's a game. After watching your gameplay, reading up on a little bit more online about it, I feel like it could fall anywhere between like the 80 to 90 range, depending how good it is once it finally comes out. But just because I gave Invincible 72, I think 80 is a good shout for this.
I'm going to be the negative Nancy and go lower than you all, despite being the only one here to play it. It is going to be better than Invincible, though. I'm going 79. It's not that much lower. I just think fighting games are so hard to get right. The main three have nailed it for years, so they know how to do it. Not this
Yeah.
developer obviously has done fighting games before as well, but I don't know. No real reasoning other than I just think fighting games need more to get high. And if there's no story here, which I don't know if that's confirmed or not, I think that can impact it. Obviously, Invincible has that benefit; it will have a story, so we'll see. Duskbloods, Stephen.
So this game looks really good, but there is still sort of that element of risk because again, it was difficult to sort of compare it to previous games. I don't know who the developer is, to be fair. So they might
From
have done improvement
Software.
games or really shit games. Okay. I've gone with 86
Interesting.
for Duskbloods. I think that it's going to be one of those that is going to do really well, but is not going to quite hit the heights. I mean, looking at that list, it's a tough year to break
Yeah.
like the 90s. If you think of like GTA 6, Forza, Marvel's Wolverine, and potentially things like Saros or Pragmata, it's a strong year. I don't quite think Duskbloods is going to break that.
Jack, this is more your game.
So, I think their regular standalone games have scored quite highly, but Night Rain came in at a 79, and this is following the same formula as that. And after reading up, I think it even sounds a little bit slightly worse than Night Rain because it's player versus everyone, not just not you actually working together. So I've gone for 78.
Ooh, shit! Maybe we should have done our research, guys.
I want it to be way higher because my love for From Software since I first ever played Elden Ring. But I think
you asked me
it's
to get
gonna
this
go
game, and then
lower.
you're saying it's 78. I'm not getting this game. Fuck that.
I'm going to be honest. When it first dropped, they did say PvP/E, and everyone at first thought like, well, regular Elden Rings or like their regular games are kind of like that anyway because you have invasions.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, it has come out that it's like a full-on like Night Rain battle royale-esque. So, yeah, I'm not sold on it completely.
I'm gonna go higher than you, Jack, because my theory is the Nintendo specific reviewers will give this higher just because they finally got a From Software game that they can say is theirs. Even if they don't actually believe their score, they will be like, we need to make sure that we get more of this shit. I'm not going much higher. Well, I guess I am 5 higher than you. I'm going 83. But
I've now gone way too high. Fuck's sake.
I don't know.
You
It's
might be
From
on the right
Software.
side.
From Software
No,
could release a
I'm
90.
hoping it should be high. Yeah.
Yeah. I think even though it's not my kind of game, it looks good. So if you're into those kind of games, I feel like it's going to do really well. But I'm not confident about that score now.
Andy.
So I've actually gone for the high score out of all of us, and just because obviously it's From Software, sort of first game on Nintendo. I've gone for 87%.
87.
I'm
I thought you were about to say 90 then.
They could hit 90, like look at Bloodborne and stuff. So.
Okay, and we're going to finish it off with the Tomb Raider 1 reboot called Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis, which was announced at Game Awards, I believe. And this one is Jack to go first.
I did have this one quite high at first, and I'm now debating whether to go back to it because I think it looks like it can do quite well. I think when Tomb Raider got rebooted, they're all like mid-80s, I think.
Yeah.
Oh.
On the spot.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go higher. I'm gonna go for 86. I did have 82 on my list, but I'm gonna go a little bit higher. 86.
Interesting. This is one that stumped me as well because it reminds me a bit of Silent Hill 2. Not in terms of the game, but in terms of there was a lot of talk about the game before it was coming out, and everyone was like, "It doesn't look that good. Like it's not really hitting." And then it came out, and everyone was like, "Oh shit, they did it! Like they nailed it."
Yeah.
And I'm concerned that's going to happen again, because if they nail this, Tomb Raider 1 is beloved. If they nail it, I think it's going to score very high.
It's above 90, isn't it?
Is it the
The
original?
original.
The
Yeah,
ori-
I think it's the only one above 90. Oh, don't quote me, but
Yeah. I'm going to go 83. I'm going to stick to what I had. I think it'd be a great game, but I don't think it's going to be one of those. It's like it's great. It's a great attempt. It just hasn't quite nailed the feeling of the original.
yeah, the original is a 91.
yeah.
And I think you can't sometimes always capture that. I know Silent Hill 2 did, so it is possible. Andy,
What did you go for, Jack?
86.
86.
Okay, I haven't gone quite as high. I've gone for 85%. Just because, yeah, it's true. I didn't know what to put down for this one. Obviously, I knew the original scored 90 plus. But like Jack said, all the sort of reboots and other ones have done sort of scored around mid 80s. I don't think the original was such a long time ago. I feel like it was more loved back then. I feel it'd be
Yeah.
hard for them to get to that high again with this game at least. So just a bit lower in the mid 80s, which is still a very good score.
Yeah. And for the final prediction of the night, Stephen.
So I am nervous about this as someone that absolutely loves the Tomb Raider games. Obviously, they've scored quite highly, but the most recent remaster, I know it was a remaster, not a remake, but that scored low, and I hated that game. I was so excited to play it, and it just did my absolute head in. So I'm probably going to be the harsh one here and go 81. I've just got a hunch. I want it to do well because I'll be playing it, and I remember playing, and I think was it the first one on PS2 or was that another Tomb Raider game that
Don't know.
was it the original PlayStation?
I played it on
Whatever.
PC personally, but
There were so many different variations to it. I feel like I've played it, but I hold the modern trilogy in such high esteem. I feel like the next one is more of the, as Gary Neal says, the banker. This one is a little bit sort of I can't quite work out. So I'll play it safe at 81.
Well, there you have it. That is our Metacritic predictions complete. You might have noticed halfway through, I made another column for the average score for each game. So I'm just going to I'm not going to go through everyone's individual scores again. That'll take forever. But the average for each game will be interesting. So the highest average is GTA 6. Andy's 99 brought that up to a 98 average, which is insane. And probably where it landed, to be honest. You're probably right. But from the top, Resident Evil Requiem is averaging 89, which is what
You say Requiem.
it's Requiem, isn't it? Is it Requiem?
I think it's Requiem.
They're the same. Requiem.
But I thought it was Requiem for a Dream. That's the whole thing, isn't it?
Or you could also say Requiem for a Dream though as well.
Yeah, but
People
it doesn't rhyme as much,
pronounce it
does it? Requiem for a Dream.
No, I've been saying Resident Evil Requiem.
I thought it was.
I think it's one of those.
Requiem.
I think it's one of those words that you can pronounce either way, and it throws people off.
Yeah. Is it French?
Yeah, I think so.
Fuck the French.
Just agree with you. Like, I have no idea. Like,
if there's any French listeners,
we may have just lost like one fan. He just shut his fucking book.
It sounds like it, even though I'm kind of going that. Yeah, that sounds reasonable in my head.
Yeah.
I've never heard it as Requiem.
That's what I call it. So this isn't the lowest, but it's the second lowest average. It's Invincible versus.
And it wouldn't be if someone didn't go to 90.
70.
Actually, I did go for 72.
90 massively brought that up. Average of 79. Then Pragmata. Now we're going back in order of what we did it. Pragmata got an 85. Saros 86. 007 First Light got 78. Wow.
Cool.
Andy's one brought that down actually. As I said, GTA 6 got 98. Fable 83. Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra is the lowest average at 77.
Yes.
Is that right?
Is it directed?
Sorry, that's directed to 20. Got 77. Then Marvel 1943 got 79, tied with Invincible. Gears of War E-Day 86, which I'll be very happy with that. Wolverine 89. That'd be a great result for that game. 92 for Forza Horizon 6. Marvel Tekken Fighting Souls 81, Duskbloods 84, and Tomb Raider Reboot 84. So on that logic, if we're bang on with our averages, the 6 games at the Game Awards next year should be
Yeah.
GTA 6, Forza Horizon 2, Marvel's Wolverine, Resident Evil Requiem, whatever you want to call it, Gears E-Day, and Saros. I mean, that'd be a fucking lineup, wouldn't it?
That would be a good lineup.
Yeah.
Don't forget
Um,
Expedition 57 though.
I think I'd have a
That
heart
drops.
attack if Gears E-Day was up for Game of the Year. That
Oh.
would mean it's had a really fucking good year.
Also, in terms of the total, is it the person with the highest has been the most lenient?
No, highest
way of-
total. Sorry, it's been the most positive. Let's put it that way.
Right.
Which
So
is
that would
Andy,
be-
just
Yep.
By 3.
followed by Stephen,
Told you it's been positive.
just behind. Then way back, 21 points back is me, and then 11 points behind me is Jack, who's been very strict today.
He's trying to think he's learned his lesson from last year.
Well, last year, funnily enough, Jack was the strictest last year as well.
Oh wow.
Stephen was the
I'm not a very positive person.
Stephen was the most positive last year, and me and Andy were very close, like between second and third. So there you have it. That is our Metacritic predictions done. Throughout the year, we'll probably mention them as we review games, but around the halfway point, if some games have been delayed out of the year, we'll probably come and relook at this, add in some new games, and see where we're standing at the halfway point. Until then, thank you for hanging out with us in this week's episode of the Late Night Gamer Podcast. We hope you've enjoyed it. Let us know your thoughts on the games we discussed today. What do you think their Metacritic ratings are going to be? Drop your thoughts in the comments or tag us on socials at the Late Night Pods. We'd love to hear from you. You can also join our Discord using the link in the description to be able to get your messages in before we record our podcasts. If you enjoyed the episode, please make sure to follow and subscribe wherever you are listening. And if you're watching on YouTube, hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next episode. Speaking of which, next time I will be reviewing Metroid Prime 4, as well as also discussing what else we've been playing recently. So don't miss that one. Until then, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. I have been your host, Welchy, joined as always by my co-hosts, Andy.
Yeah, thank you as always, guys, and don't forget to vote for the most positive person in this episode.
And Stephen.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure as always, and looking forward to seeing how right or wrong we are with these predictions.
And Jack.
Thank you, everyone. Yeah, I'm looking forward to how these play out, and hopefully negative wins.
Yeah, up the negativity.
Other negativity.
You're second, Stephen. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're positive. Thanks again for listening, and we will see you next time.